Evening crew.
Happy hump day, as they
Happy,
say.
happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It's not Tuesday. You think it is, you're wrong. Happy Wednesday. It's a good old hump day. If you think it's Thursday, then you're just plain old wrong. I never really did. I learned how to do those scales, dog.
What?
It's about as smooth as it sounds when I'm doing, like I learned one riff. Everything. Everything is one riff.
What's up, Red Boy?
Hey,
What's up, Matt?
Red Boy's in the house. Hello, Matt. Good to see you, brother. Dog, I haven't even really touched base with you. How are things in Bozeman? Did you guys get any snow the last couple days?
No, it rained off and on today. It was supposed to rain all day, and it, of course, didn't. And it's supposed to be nice tomorrow, so I'm planning on mowing my lawn, and I'm sure then it will rain. But we got a skiff. You can't hear me, Nico? Why can't you guys hear me? Can you guys?
Yeah, Nicole, can you hear me? So let us know.
Which one can't you hear?
And Joe Miller. Joe Miller. My
What do you mean?
Patronus.
So there's no vocal, there's no noise at all, or no sound
And
at
Nicole,
all?
give us a heads up on that. So
It's coming through on our end. We're just gonna wait. I hear both. Okay, so that must be Nico's end then.
that'll work. Okay.
Oh,
hello, Nikki.
yeah.
And hello, John. Happy
Okay.
hump day indeed.
So
And hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. And hi, Linz.
Nico Norton, that's on your end, but you're lucky that you're gonna get to see us live. So I'm gonna get to that in a second. Yes, happy hump day indeed. Just got off the email. John hasn't even heard this yet. Just got off the email with our friend Lindsay Richardson from the Downtown Buildings Association. I hate to inform you that I think you already know what's coming. Live After 5 is officially the schedule as it is not going to happen. That means June and July will not happen. So they're looking at maybe possibly postponing it. I didn't get permission to say this, but I'm going to say it because we're on the bill. So the last words that I got were, if we decide to postpone it, we'll get you some dates. If we decide to cancel it, then we'll put you on for, I think they're pretty much going to do the same bill for next year. So Thursday, June 25th, for all you Billings peeps, is not going to happen. And I know as of the original schedule, there wasn't anything for August because there was so much going on with the fair, Montana Fair, and Blues Fest and all that. So they were only going to do June and July this year. So I don't know what's going to happen. They'll have an official announcement, but Alive After 5 in Billings, as we know it this year, is not happening. Bummer.
Dude, major.
I have so we recorded last, well, I think we talked about this last week. We recorded the previous Saturday and Sunday. Got Live by the Gun in the can. And this Friday, we took last weekend off because we celebrated my daughter's birthday and Mother's Day, and John's birthday was on Monday. Welcome to the club, John. 43.
Thank you, brother. 43,
did I just give away how old we were?
Matters. In the age of Wikipedia, dog and I will always be 22.
So this Friday, since we took last weekend off, Heather. Since we took last weekend off, Friday, since my gear is all residing at the studio still, we're going to use Friday.
And hello, Carl.
To record a song called Red Dirt Road Trip, which is going to be the second single. And then we're going to head on Saturday, which I will bring up in a moment. Saturday, we have our first road trip in 9 weeks. And so not only is this song fitting because we're going to record it and get it in the can for our second single this weekend, but we are going on our first road trip Saturday morning, and our friend that we're going to have a party for in honor of, I should say, this is his favorite song right now. So
Is it Red Dirt?
It is Red Dirt.
Red
Red-
Dirt Road Trip. On, two, on, two. A love song to Red Dirt music and Mars. They say we're crazy, like they got us figured out. I say we have fun, way more fun than anyone. So baby, pack your bags and finish your last beer. It's bye-bye Bozeman, yeah, the countdown has begun. Got a tank full of gas, throw that throttle down. 1,000,000 pounds of thrust beneath us, kicking off the ground. And it's burn, baby, burn. Climb, baby, climb. Hold on for dear life and kiss our pale blue dot behind. Falcon heavy on the right trajectory, partying through space and time and zero gravity. You and me together in a capsule full of bliss, swimming through the starlight in that beautiful abyss. It's a red dirt road trip, baby, here we come. Red dirt road trip, singing in the sun. Hi, Meg. Hello, Andy Austin. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Kelly's getting reckless and Stoney's breaking down. Cody just departed, yeah, turnpike tore through town. Roger, that Randy, I hear Mickey's racing cars. Jason's got a bowl and Bowen's at the bar. Falcon heavy on the right trajectory, partying through space and time and zero gravity. You and me together in a capsule full of bliss, swimming through the starlight in that beautiful abyss. It's a red dirt road trip, baby, here we come. Red dirt road trip, singing in the sun. Got a tank full of gas, throw that throttle down. 1,000,000 pounds of thrust beneath us, kicking off the ground. And it's burn, baby, burn. Climb, baby, climb. Hold on for dear life and kiss our pale blue dot behind. Falcon heavy on the right trajectory, partying through space and time and zero gravity. You and me together in a capsule full of bliss, swimming through the starlight in that beautiful abyss. It's a red dirt road trip, baby, here we come. Red dirt road trip, singing in the sun. Red dirt road trip, baby, here we come. Red dirt road trip, singing in the sun.
Yeah.
Red Dirt Road Trip. Man, I like that song.
Hey, I know that we in one of the first ones that we did of this, I think it was the very first one actually, we discussed kind of the premise behind that. Why don't you rehash that for a second, just for the folks that weren't there? I don't think I have I might still have my quotes from Jim, but go ahead, bud.
Dig through them and I'll take 30 seconds and spit out some stuff.
Yeah.
Red Dirt Road Trip was, like I say, it's a love song to Red Dirt music from Texas, Oklahoma, and a song about flying to Mars in a Falcon Heavy. When I heard this joke, all right, there's a joke. What, and not even a joke, it's more of it's something to laugh with your buddies. What's the last movie you cried at, and can your buddies bust your balls at it? And when I first heard that joke, I was like, oh yeah, dude, I bawled my eyes out at The Martian. Like when Matt Damon at the very end, he's like, thanks for coming back to get me. Waterworks. And so after I heard that, can your buddies make fun of you for the last movie you cried at? I'm like, oh yeah, dude. So I love that. And then it was shortly thereafter that Red Dirt Road Trip was written. And then it could have been, well, actually probably 6 months after National Geographic had released their Mars issue, because inside the Mars issue was a big old map of Mars. And so that map is hanging on the wall of my children's room here at our house. So we're kind of Mars lovers over here. What did Jim have to say about it?
I don't have them anymore. It's been long enough ago. I don't have them.
I just thought, yeah, dog. I just thought it was clever enough to, listen to Red Dirt music.
I think if I remember right, it was something like, yeah, John told me the premise for this idea, or the premise for this song, and said, "Here's what I've got," and I said, "All right." He said, "Run with it," or something. I'm pretty sure this was the one, because he's like, "Yeah, that one's a little bit over my pay grade. I can't handle."
Yeah, some songs pour out of him, some songs pour out of me when we're co-writing, and I'd say that one was one of the ones that poured out of John. I know that doesn't surprise you whatsoever, dog. That Johnny Mac would write some Mars song and Red Dirt music.
Chen wants us to play a Great American Hero song.
Oh, Chen. Hello, Kyle.
A Dan Violet song? You want a Dan Violet song?
Dan Violet song. I could fake
Dios mío.
The thing is, it's so funny why I get insecure online, dog. Because when we're live,
you're insecure right now? Why?
No, about singing something like "Commitment" by Dan Violet. Dan would see it, and I've made up the words every gig, every time. So has Dan. Actually, I think Dan actually has some real lyrics.
Well, John didn't write this song, so you can't blame him for not knowing the words. There's our disclaimer. You're good to go now. I'll handle Dan. It's fine.
I can't remember the stinking key it was in. Commitment. There's no way. Commitment in the morning. God, it needs commitment. Needs commitment. Oh man.
Can't do it. All right, we'll move on.
Well, there was a riff. Yeah. Anyways, love you, Chen. Nope.
That's what happens when Justin, to answer your question, no. We can't consider ourselves that. We consider ourselves influenced by that, but you can't be a Red Dirt band if you're not from Oklahoma. You can't be a Texas country band if you're not from Texas. It's just the way it is.
Don't think
so
we're not. We're
the verse starts with D. There you go, Chen. Why don't you play it? Dios mío, man. I'm just kidding. I love you. Justin, yeah, we can't in theory, we're not that, and I don't, we're just us. It's hard, I know, when I still have a problem with not necessarily a marketing of it, but just there's times where I can't describe us. I said that in the Under the Big Sky thing, where it's still a tough sell because people are like, I don't get it. There's two guys. How can it be anything more than just Simon and Garfunkel? And I don't know. But that's why we have multimedia stuff like Under the Big Sky to kind of help us out, and you guys spreading the word. But we always just tell people we're Americana, which is a very broad genre, which is fine because genres in general suck because no one wants to be pigeonholed into something. But the biggest thing is just say Americana, because Americana is really what everything else that doesn't have a genre is lumped into. So just say Americana and you're good, because we're not bluegrass, we're not metal, we're not jazz, we're something in between, which is that. And everybody has to have a category for it, even the industry. And it's just the way it is. But yeah, just say we're Americana and we'll go. Sunshine. There you go. Chen's just on a gaw kick right now. He must have listened to him today recently.
Sunshine. Beautiful sunshine. Oh, darling, hold me tight.
There you go. That's the one.
Say that you love me, oh my. Well, so Chen, we had a couple songs. We try and do the singer-songwriter thing. Dude, I need to call Dan and just have him send me some videos or recordings or something. Let's see. Oh, well. What was the next one? Sellout?
Well, hold on a second now.
Oh, sorry.
Just hold the phone. So you're not going to do any Gaw songs then? Okay. Do you realize how many more songs you remembered when you were drinking versus when you stopped drinking? You don't remember anything. You don't even remember your own songs.
If there were real lyrics, then yeah, I remember them no problem. Like Sunshine. Well, the weather outside is frightful.
There you go.
And the sun is shining inside.
That's it. You got it.
Only one thing that we got left to wash away these tears in foolish pride. Let's sit right down beside you. Love you with all of my heart. Let's do these things, sweetheart, like we can right from the very start. From the tip of your toes on up to the tip of your nose. I never loved anybody quite like you, and I never again. Well, I suppose. And the trees down in the meadow, and the leaves in the sea, fish in the sea, never have been as plentiful as the love that you have given me. Oh, darling, hold me tight. Said that you love me, oh my. I say, oh, darling, hold me tight. Give me a touch that beautiful, beautiful, oh, darling, hold me tight. Said that you love me, oh my. I said, oh, darling, hold me tight. Give me a taste of that beautiful, beautiful sunshine. Second verse, we always made it up. Just like we got another pint in our cup. I'm thinking, if baby, I'm drinking you up all night. Oh, darling, hold me tight. I said that you love me, oh my. See, oh, darling, hold me tight. Give me a touch of that beautiful, beautiful, oh, darling, hold me tight. Said that you love me, oh my. See, oh, darling, hold me tight. Give me a touch of that beautiful, beautiful sunshine. Oh, darling, hold me tight. Said that you love me, oh my. I said, oh, darling, hold me tight. Give me a touch of that beautiful, beautiful, oh, darling, hold me tight. Hey, oh, darling, won't you give me a touch of that beautiful, beautiful sunshine?
See, dude, you did it just fine. Yeah, you missed a couple words. Danny would be used to that. He'd be like, you know what? That was a good college try, John. That was probably the last time you played it anyways.
Dan would listen to that and go, oh, I forgot those were the lyrics. And then he'd listen to the next time and go, oh, yeah.
Sorry if that was really loud guffawing in your ears. I'm sorry, you guys. Dude, that is
Love
exactly what would happen. He'd be like, oh, yeah. I think that is the verse. That's funny. That. We can say that about him. You guys can't.
And hello, Deb. Hello,
hey,
Deb. Dubs, Debbie.
Hey, Deb.
Debbie Ark.
Hey, so I had a Segue. You know what that is, right? Segue.
Not a Segway, but yeah. A Segue.
I had a segue before that about God. This freaking ShamWow mic is pissing me off. So Red Dirt Road Trip, which we're recording on Friday, and then we're going to make our first road trip. You guys, we have a show in front of real people on Saturday.
It might I don't be 6 people. It might be
luckily, you can only see me from the waist up right now because it is going to be incredible. I'm already thinking about it and starting to sprout a hint. Anyway, we are stoked, and we're not only stoked to be able to play in front of real, like actually blood flowing down their veins people, but this has been on the calendar for a year, and it's a family that is definitely road family, and they go to like every show within 200 miles that they can. And Chavis Norton, the son, the man, the myth, the legend, the hombre, if you will, is graduating from Huntley Project, and his graduation party is on Saturday, and he is the man. We cannot. We are very honored that his mom said that we could play his party. He didn't actually invite us. This is his. I'm just kidding. But Josie, get down. My dog's here. My dog. His favorite song right now is Red Dirt Road Trip, which is even better. And we're going to be playing in their shop, and they've got all the distancing stuff lined out and ready to go. It's pretty much just going to be family, but it's going to be awesome. And we're going to I'm really going to fully embrace the extra 100 miles from Helena instead of me driving from Bozeman to Huntley. It's going to be like, I don't care. I'll drive to Saskatchewan to play.
Just to pretend I can gig, yeah.
Hey, Becky, still dreaming of you guys. Oh, yeah, that would be awesome. Becky, yes. Becky that is referring to, we were supposed to do a little thing up there in the sculpture garden this summer, but I don't think that's going to happen. But yes, please, we'd love to. Chavis, this, my friend, I know I talked to you the other night, but this is for you. Well, this one is called Sellout, which is a little different than Red Dirt Road Trip, but This was also requested by our friends, the Millers,
The
because it's
Millers.
Miller time. So
Always Miller time. Love the
this
Millers.
is off of what was that? What the record Sellout, dog? It was called Sellout. God.
Dog sell
Anyway,
out. The dog sell out.
yeah. So John's gonna play Sellout for you guys right now.
Sell out is a co-write with Dan Hunthausen, the other Dan in our lives, and the idea was that it's about an impatient kid who wants to be a superhero rock star but doesn't want to actually do the work. So it's all sarcastic. Definitely sung from a sarcastic point of view of the young guy that doesn't want to do the work. 1, 2, 3, sell out. I'm almost 21. I've been doing this for oh so long. Back in high school, I had a dream. Now it's almost gone. Been on the road since Tuesday. Played 3 coffee shops in a row. Yeah, I know. This is supposed to be work, and I might sound like a jerk, but I don't care, cause I just want to sell out. Tell me where to sign on the dotted line. I really want to sell out. Stop being me for a fee from the record company. You hear me on the radio, see me on TV, cause I just want to sell out. Yeah. Won't you tell me what's cool? I'll do anything you want me to. I'll get a tattoo or a few. Be the biggest star you ever knew. I'll do whatever it takes, except for working hard all day. Just hand it to me, I'll take it all the way. Hey, then I probably won't remember your name, cause I just want to sell out. Tell me where to sign on the dotted line. I really want to sell out. I'd stop being me for a fee from the record company. You hear me on the radio, see me on TV, cause I just want to sell out. Let me be a sellout. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like the split screen. I just want to sell out.
It's my fault.
Tell me where to sign on the dotted line. I really want to sell out. I'd stop being me for a fee from the record company. You hear me on the radio, see me on TV, cause I just want to sell out. I just want to sell out. Yeah. I want to be a sellout. I want to be a sellout. Rock and roll. You picked a
There
few
you go,
rockers.
Chavis.
We got some rockers tonight.
Yeah, man. People are cooped up.
Afton, Chavis, Kimberly. Cheers.
Hey,
right.
so I was my next thing here was I was thinking today. So obviously we all have our own I was going to say leash on this deal, right? Or I should say fuse, depending on where you're at. I mean, we all have this compressed fuse now, right? All of us, from being shelter in place and whatever, and essential versus non-essential and whatever. And so then you got the people that aren't used to be at home teaching their kids, and then what? So you got all this stuff, right? And I was thinking today, I was like, dude, this, and I'm trying not to be cliche, but it's like, this is the kind of situation where obviously it's unprecedented and everybody's kind of been through it, right? And I'm like, this is what it's like. You really find out how much you love or hate your job, right? Like, like more so than just, oh, dude, it's Friday. I can't wait for the weekend. I hate my job. I've been doing it for 30 years. I'm talking like nuts and bolts, full blown, like to your core. And I realized like how much, like we knew we were going to miss playing in front of people.
Oh yeah.
But my perspective, and like when I was kind of speaking to myself, was like, dude, this is beyond the, this goes back to support the whole, we're not just doing this. I mean, we're doing this because it's a profession and it's, you know, it's become lucrative enough, right? That we can sustain not having to pick up another side gig or side hustle, right? And I was thinking, dude, now more than ever, it is so not about, even though we need the money, it's not even about that. It is so much, there is so much passion and like uh desire to want to fucking play for people,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it goes back to when we did our first full setup, not just road rendition style, our first like 3 weeks ago, we set up in your garage and I set up my drums
We actually had real volume going
and
through our
kick for
bodies.
and
Yeah.
our bows, and I was like, this is amazing. I'm like, we're not even playing anybody. We're playing to a washer and dryer across the way. And I think about like this, you know, Chavis's party, and I'm like, dude, we could play in a fucking cow pasture, stepping in wet horse shit, and I would be over the moon.
It'll be
And
another song, another song,
don't
another
even
song.
care. I don't
There will
even
be no
care.
talking.
That
It
doesn't
will be
mean that I don't
straight.
want to get. That doesn't mean that we don't want to get paid, Nico. What I'm saying is that, dude, it, but it's like so. To me, it's like so gratifying. At least for me, John. I don't know if I'm assuming you feel the same, but it's like
Well, this is
so
my
gratifying to get to that point to where it's just like, dude, this is what, obviously it reinforces the fact that this is what we want. This is what I want to do, right?
yeah. What I
Because
want to be when I grow up.
if you can take out, and I know that it's easy to say because we're not going to like lose our house or anything. I mean, if we keep going, we might,
Yeah.
but I mean, there's always going to be people that are worse off than you. But if you just break it down into like, what do you love doing? It's like, man, it's
Man.
a freaking, and it's like, I'm starting to like, I'm a pretty patient dude and I got a pretty long leash and I'm pretty grace, but I'm like full of grace, but I'm like, dude, this is like, I'm starting to see stuff. I'm like, come on. So I decided it was like, it was a cool moment for myself because I don't ever remember consciously thinking about it that intently, you know?
Yes, in as much as we all kind of, like I do remember the beginning of the quarantine dog. We all were just, it was the brand new unknown. Like by then, we kind of knew what this COVID thing was. They had most of the data, but it was still the unknown. Like, well, now here we are. We know exactly how it affects people. We know how to treat it. And it's just like, this still sucks beyond sucks. So,
Yeah, it goes back to
yeah.
what I said last week when it doesn't really matter what, you know, I hate the fact that there's sides of the coin, but there always is for everything. It doesn't mean all that's out the window because what the one thing that's relatable to everybody is that there's no tangible timeline. There's no finite timeline to any of this, and it's maddening. And I think more so than anything else that we've ever gone through, any of us, right, that are still alive on this earth, there's always some kind of timeline. There's always some kind of, okay, give us until October, or like, dude, we had a house remodel that we had to move out for 2 years ago. We moved out. We were out of our house for 10 months. And I was like, dude, this is ridiculous because it kept going on and like there was 2 months added to it. But I'm like, at least then I was like, at some point, this is going to get done.
Yeah.
Right. At some point, we're going to be able to, and it's like, this is like, every day, keep
Who knows?
getting emails and stuff. When are you guys going to, do you know we're going to, I mean, dude, we're going to be the last ones back to work. I don't know like when we're going to play.
We will play when
Unfortunately,
people can publicly gather. Once
well,
gathering,
yeah,
yeah, we'll be the
unfortunately,
first ones there.
all of our eggs are in the gathering basket, which is not a good basket to be in right now. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like I posted that thing from Dave Grohl. If you guys hadn't seen, I put it last night on our page. It's a really good article. I mean, it's Dave. He's entertaining no matter what, but it's really well thought out, and well put because it's kind of, I don't know how you can encapsulate it more than he did. I mean, you can always have your own take on it, but it's really good. It's a really good read. Probably take you about 10 minutes to read it if you guys want to check it out. But it's really good. It's basically just, at some point, desire goes out the window and it becomes necessity to get out as a human race and be entertained or to immerse yourself in music or in art. no matter what genre it is, you know. I mean, and then there was other folks I talked to like, man, I'm not even a metalhead, but I would go watch a death metal band right now, and I would pay $25 for a beer that's this big.
You put me in the middle
I
of
would
a
go in a mosh
mariachi
pit.
band.
I would go to mosh
Yeah.
pit and get knocked out. I don't care. Like, it's
Yeah.
so funny, but it's so like it's actually not funny, right? Like, you think about it, like, that's how serious it is. But anyways, enough about that.
It is funny. It is funny, dog, because I got a phone call from a friend who said, I saw a meme that said, attention introverts, check on your extrovert friends. They're dying.
Yeah.
So now add the fact that spiritually, both Dog and I are extroverts, that we need people to recharge, because the true definition of introvert extrovert just simply means introvert, you need to recharge alone.
Yeah.
Extrovert, you recharge with people. Now add the spiritual need to spiritually recharge that Dog and I have through melody. Forget about it. This is, but and I please don't think to anybody that's in this chat room that I mean to diminish, the deceased at all. Understand that. Yeah, we're all adapting and abiding. But that said, yeah, wow, what a chapter of human history that's messing with all of our mental health.
The other aspect of this is, right now, like I said, on Saturday especially, and we've got a couple of other ones throughout the course of the summer. I mean, private parties are really going to be the thing that kind of keeps us all going.
Yeah.
And so, shameless self-promotion for all of our musician friends and everybody else who is in the gathering business. Let's have some private parties, and let's get some like corporate sponsors, or everybody put in the hat, pass the hat, and let's make this happen, because their schedule's wide open as of this point. We'll come to you. We'll travel. But like I said, I mean, all jokes aside, and I know that every person on this chat room agrees with us, and every person that's interested in any kind of music believes it. And it's just about everything gets parked at this point to come together and just take in a show. I mean, when you could actually hug somebody, or even if you're not a hugger, there's people that aren't even huggers out there. Like, I'd give you a hug probably. But yeah, it's crazy. It's all crazy, and I know that we all know that. But it's just, it was, like I said, it came to a kind of a head today for me when I realized, I was like, man, I can tell that I really enjoy doing what I do, and it's beyond any kind of financial security or any of that stuff. It's I mean, John and I say all the time, if we wanted to make more money, we could just go do something else.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a certain element of soul, and drive in doing this, and it really shows when the proverbial chips are on the counter. Chips. So you are not hugging us, Nico. You come near me, I'm going to flash the piece. I will flash my piece.
I sadly have some peeps in my world that I have to beware of because of immunocompromise. So I'm being Mr. Nervous, but dude,
right,
for what it's worth, we never did address some peeps. Like Holly says, that Stress City. Yeah, Holly, we got you, girl. We got you. So thank you for being here, and I hope a couple tunes and some words from a couple chuckleheads helps warm your heart, man.
Hey,
I do. Jill, thank you for the birthday wishes, Jill. There we go. All you go.
I do have another Sigu. That was a Sigu. I would love if people were like, why does he keep saying Sigu? It's Segway.
Segway.
Dude, the only, to this point, social distancing track that we've ever written. I think you should play that.
Leave me alone. Yeah. You got smoked up, took my car while I was sleeping. You neglected to tell me you were going out. I awoke to find you crying. I didn't know why you were crying. Told me my car was in a little accident. A tiny scratch on the front passenger side. I stepped outside to see my front grill smashed in. My bumper line in a gutter next to a street light. Leave me alone. I don't feel like talking to you. Yes, I'm angry. I'll be back home, writing another song about how you let me down when you were high.
You missed that note.
Highway patrol pulled me over on the way home. Didn't have my license, your pipe was on my dash. Told the cop it didn't belong to me. That's about the time he threw the cuffs on me. Called my old man to bail me out down at the station. Needless to say, it was 2 a.m. Dad was mad. Now my folks ain't talking to me, and I owe the state some money. So the next time that you call me, don't ask me how I'm doing, just leave me alone. I don't feel like talking to you. Yes, I'm angry. I'll be back home, writing another song about how you let me down when you were high. So you say the joke's on me. I guess the joke's on you, 'cause I'm a rock star now. Leave me alone. I don't feel like talking to you. Yes, I'm angry. I'll be back home, writing another song about how you let me down when you were high. When you were high. Hercules, Hercules.
Good. That was good. See, I got you with the Segue on that. You didn't know that was coming, even though I told you we were going to do that one today. You didn't know it was going to be then. And by we, I mean you. But
yeah. Well, ironically, I told you before we started. Well, the only song I would
you did.
play
You
is "Sellout," and you're like, "Well, I
did.
wrote that one down. That's crazy."
Yeah.
How about two more songs?
But hey, the other question that we had was basically the foreseeable future for so the next couple of weeks. There was two back from February, I think, that we had posted two things that were going to happen but are probably not. Well, one for sure. May 30th in Helena at the fairgrounds for Montana Music Live is not happening. And the Shrimp Fest down in Edgar, which is supposed to be Sunday of Memorial Weekend, is most likely going to be postponed. That could actually happen in June, July, August yet. We're just not sure. When we have more information on that, we'll let you know. There are a couple things coming up in June that I'm not going to answer yet because we're kind of holding out. We'll see. But just know that for the most part, the best place to see us is going to be here. Or if you get invited to one of these private parties, or if you want to throw your own, we would be much obliged. And we will be an update on the record. One song going to Mixdown. We'll have two going to Mixdown after this weekend. We're going to have 12 tracks total, and still looking at, even with everything, now that it's at least not a shelter in place, we can get in the studio, and mixing and all that stuff can be done, obviously, without, I mean, that can be done in a cubicle, not by us, but by others that are way more talented, obviously. So the record is still on track for, we're shooting for the holidays. So we're still going to try to get it out in 2020. But no foreseen roadblocks since the album's written. It's just a matter of tweaking a few things here and there, and we obviously have plenty of time now that we can go record, which is great. We were holding off until the shelter in place got lifted, but now that that's gone, we can get some stuff done. So it's nice to know that we can at least get something tangible out there, or at least done work-wise, that can be passed on to you guys in physical form. So, hey, Dad. Yeah.
Dad.
Just so you guys know, Ben Grifanti is not my dad or John's dad, literally, but he is our dad. We just call him Dad.
And if the Jim Napier ever shows up,
yeah.
Actually, the Jim Napier will never be Dad. He'll just be, but he's one of the dads.
Ben, we just played music. Why don't you show up sometime that's not like right now? You know, I mean, this does say live chat. It doesn't say freaking hang out and play songs. Come on, dude. Ben.
What kills me, Ben, is I also chatted. I texted Charity not long ago, and we're like, dude, we need to chat. Now here it is a week later. God, I need to chat.
Ben, what's a request? You guys have requests? We can do 2 more songs.
You make a request, and we'll play them here because I probably should wrap up here soon and go be daddy.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. So that's you get to pick the last song, Ben. I'll pick this second to last song. Since we're doing old Clinton songs, I want to do "Follow Me Home." This is my favorite Clinton song. I know we've done it before. I just feel like playing it because I have a capo and I like the song.
Well, you have a guitar, and who's gonna tell you not to? I mean, is anybody else there with you right now to unplug you? No. I mean, I can unplug you.
Blue Girl. Ooh.
Why don't you do that one instead?
Well, that would be the one to take us out.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Do that. Benny, that's a good call, buddy.
Ben, I haven't done this song for so long. Oh my gosh. I haven't done this song for so long. I don't even remember how the thing starts.
It starts with the finger picking.
Oh, is that what it is? That's funny. Yeah. I had to look at the lyrics to find the chord.
You wrote the song.
Yeah, but I haven't played it for years. It's wild, dog, hell, those sorts of things. Come on, I just had the lyrics for Pete's sake. Oh, okay. So now I've got the upside down lyrics instead of Blue Girl. Unreal. So this is what happens when we improvise, Ben Grifanti. This is what happens. But I know the first words are still a part of the afterglow, so I'll just do that.
There you go. Pick it up. It's your own song. Who cares? This wasn't on a record either, was it?
There was. Yeah. So Blue Girl was on my very first record.
It was. Yeah, that's right.
For everybody. And we really should. We should put out a mailer. It would be fun to put out. I've thought a lot, like, hey, quarantine. Here's a flashback to 2000 when John put out a solo record.
All right, play Blue Girl. Let's go.
All right, Blue Girl. This is for Charity Frank. Charity, I love you so much wherever you are in the universe. Charity's favorite band at that point when I wrote that song was a band called Widespread Panic. So the hook is all about you'll find your peace chasing your panic around. So, all right. Still a part of the afterglow, and the memory makes you smile. Oh, dog, it's been too long. I honest to God cannot remember the stinking lot. I'm going to sing this come hell or high water. And for whatever reason, my Microsoft lyrics is all right, there we go. Ready?
Yeah, go. Never even missed it. Go. Just jump in.
That's so funny. Still a part of the afterglow, and the memory makes you smile. You're still alive in the afterglow. You'll be there for a while. So easy to remember, not so easy to let go. You've never been happier, so why are you blue, girl? Why are you blue? Did your downtime let you down? And why are you blue, girl? Why are you blue? You'll find your peace chasing your panic around. So you dream of the next time. It helps the time pass by. So easy to close your eyes when you don't quite feel alive. Why are you blue, girl? Why are you blue? Did your downtime let you down? Why are you blue, girl? Why are you blue? You'll find your peace chasing your panic. Why are you blue, girl? Why are you blue? Did your downtime let you down? Why are you blue, girl? Why are you blue? You'll find your peace chasing your panic around.
Attaboy. Good job, dude. There you go, Benny. Love you.
That's the way to dust it off. Love you much, very, very, very much, Grafani. Love you, Dad. Yeah,
All right,
Dad.
guys. We're going to talk to you. I might even do a little live thing on Saturday from the shop. If the Nortons let us, we might go a little live for a little bit there. We'll for sure check in with you on Friday from the studio, where we're laying down stuff for Red Dirt. And be good. Be good to each other. We'll see you guys soon, all right?
Love it. Peace.
Love you.
Thanks, y'all. Love y'all.